Being on the street here in Oldfield, Long Island, New York, and here with Madeline del Toro Cherney. Madeline's Beaux-Ties. You've heard her already with Beaux-Ties, but what's fascinating that brings us back is Madeline is a anthropologist.
Yes.
Say hello, Madeline.
Hello, everyone. Hi again.
Okay, anthropologist.
Yes.
Okay, entrepreneur, visionary, Madeline's ties. I mean, busy life, anthropologist. I mean, you know, how do you do it? I mean, what is an anthropologist?
Oh.
What is an anthropologist? And, you know, tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, essentially an anthropologist is someone who studies humans, and I teach anthropology courses at Stony Brook University. I have
that's why the phone is going off so much, because she gets a million phone calls from
Mostly
the university
emails.
over. Okay, it's wild here. It really is. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hopefully that phone will silence itself. There we go. End of phone call. It's mostly emails. But yeah, I teach anthropology courses online for Stony Brook and in person at LIUCW Post in Brookville, Long Island. I teach undergraduates introduction to anthropology and different aspects of anthropology. Studying humans. I'm a cultural anthropologist, and my field of concentration is Latin American anthropology.
Okay, when you say your concentration is Latin America anthropology,
Correct.
please, in layman's term, what is that?
Oh, all right. So you study the culture of the people of a specific geographic area, typically. And so I study the culture of people from Latin America. I know that's a big, broad area, but I've done studies with immigration issues, border crossings for people. So those are Latin American cultural issues that people have experienced. And I've also done more sort of academic work on a particular person, Subcomandante Marcos from Mexico, who has worked trying to get more indigenous rights for the people within Mexico, for the indigenous people in Mexico. So anthropologists study the cultures of people, and typically we study indigenous cultures, native cultures. And one of the things I did with Stony Brook is I took a group of my students on a study abroad course to Costa Rica with the Bribri people, an indigenous group of people there, and we were studying tourism and its effect on the indigenous community there.
Wow, indigenous. What does indigenous mean?
A native of the land, a person who has grown up in the land. So in the United States of America, the indigenous group of people are the Native Americans. Yeah.
So you focused on tourism for this?
Well, the one in Costa Rica, what we did was the Bribri people were actually taking their culture and using it to attract tourism, to attract ecotourism, because Costa Rica is known for this eco-travel because it's very beautiful and they have a lot of laws about maintaining the land and the rainforest. And so the students stayed within the community. It was a small home that they built, and the people within the community took them on the different tours of how they make cacao, chocolate, how they live, essentially.
Wow.
And they talked to them about their religion and their belief system. And so that was tourism from like the niche perspective or from the native perspective.
Wow. I think we could probably talk for hours. And I find you so inspiring and informative.
Thank you.
Educational. You've got a great sense of humor. You're really something else.
Oh, thanks.
And the more time I spend with you, it's amazing how much I learn about you. Your wealth of background knowledge, and I mean, anthropology, remarkable. There's so much we could talk about. I mean, the study of humans.
Right.
Okay, what I've got to ask you before we finish off.
Yes.
Anthropology, teaching, what's the connection with eco-friendly Beaux-Ties and Madeline's Beaux-Ties? What's the connection between your niche business of Madeline's Beaux-Ties and anthropology?
Well, there is a little bit of an ideological connection, meaning that typically anthropologists also study the symbols of culture, or aspects within a culture that define something else. And if you take the bow tie as an example, you typically think of it as a symbol of tradition or elitism, or a black tie, or someone from the upper classes would be wearing bow ties. And so my bow ties tend to be more ubiquitous, more everyday, more unisex, more eco-friendly. So they're a little bit more egalitarian or everyday-ish. So I kind of deconstruct the traditionalism of a conservative black bow tie made out of silk, very expensive, to more of an everyday bow tie made for everyone, not as expensive.
Well, listen, that's why you're a visionary, an entrepreneur, and I would say with how you described it, very cutting edge.
Thank you.
Okay, so on that note, one more time, if people want to get in touch with Madeline, how do they get in touch with you?
Well, for the bow ties, through the website, of course, and there is an email there, info@madelinesbowties.com.
Okay. Well, listen, this has been just a great time, and this is what I love to do.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And for the show to afford me the opportunity to meet someone like you.
Oh, thank you.
And
Dean.
I want to wish you much success, best of health, and I'm hoping you come in studio and we do some more Dean on the Streets, have fun, and hope through this that more people like you and I, how we got together, that more people reach out to me so I can meet more inspiring, interesting people and do more shows like this.
Very nice.
So I want to thank you very much.
Thank you, Dean.
Okay.
This was great.
So from
A lot
all of us
fun.
at the Dean Blechman Show, Madeline, Dean on the Street, take care. We'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.